Going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and welcome to the Week in Review, episode 165. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. I'm very excited to be filming this video because this week I'm going on vacation again. Yes, I know, guys. I'm going on vacation again this entire week coming up here. So this is going to be the last upload, more than likely for a week. You never know. There might be a toy hunt that pops up because I am going up to Wisconsin for a fishing trip. So I am going to be away for a week, just to let you guys know. And then this is the last vacation of the year. So after this vacation, expect a ton of videos. I'm going to be cranking them out after the vacay. But yes, guys, this is the Week in Review, episode 165. We're going to be jumping into Monday Night Raw first. So let's effing do it. Starting over here, we opened up the show with Riddle on an episode of Miz TV. And then, of course, Paul Heyman was also out there. Riddle, of course, interrupted Miz about like 5 minutes through the promo. And then he comes out. Paul Heyman basically reveals that this Friday on SmackDown, he will be facing Roman Reigns. And if he loses to Roman Reigns, this will be the last time he ever contends for the Undisputed Universal Championship until Roman Reigns is champion. So that just raises the stakes for Riddle. If he loses to Roman, no matter what, he will never get another opportunity at the Universal title as long as Reigns is champ. And then, of course, if Riddle wins, he gets the title. Basic. And then it turned into Jimmy Uso versus Montez Ford because the Usos came out looking for a beatdown on Riddle, and then the Street Profits came out. So it was and then it turned into Montez Ford versus Jimmy Uso one-on-one. This match was okay. I couldn't really get behind it. It was kind of lame, in my opinion. Montez Ford, he tried his frog splash deal and big thing like that. In the end, Jimmy Uso was able to pick up the victory. I could care less. I feel like we've seen this match so many different times, so I wasn't really into it. Not at all, to be honest with you. But yeah, Jimmy Uso was able to pick up the victory. And then him and Jay stood tall, basically. Moving over here, it was a Money in the Bank qualifiers match. It was Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan going up against Doudrop and Nikki Cross. I hate that tag team, by the way. Doudrop and Nikki Cross, that is such a whack tag team. But yes, this was a Money in the Bank qualifiers match, so whoever's tag team wins, those two get put into the Women's Money in the Bank match. It was Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan that were able to pick up the victory in the end. The match was pretty mid. I wasn't really into it. Obviously, the tag team of Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan, pretty awesome to see them as a tag team. So, yeah, they were able to pick up the victory over Doudrop and Nikki Cross. Do I really care? No, but cool that they're adding some people into the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match this early. I find that pretty cool. Moving over here, it was Bianca Belair out in the ring, talking with the microphone, talking about how she's the Women's Champion, how she overcame Becky Lynch, how she overcame all this different crap. And then, of course, Rhea Ripley and Judgment Day pop up on the Titantron. They pop up there, and Rhea Ripley basically just talks about how she's going to be gunning for that Raw Women's Championship because she is the #1 contender. Yes, I forgot to talk about that last week in the Week in Review. I know. But yes, she's going to be gunning after the Raw Women's Championship, and then that'll be pretty cool. You could have maybe Finn Balor and Damian Priest gunning after titles, maybe the tag titles, and then Rhea Ripley's like the main champ in the group, the Raw Women's Champion. That would be pretty cool. I could get down for that. And yeah, take it off Bianca. Bianca, I feel like, always has that title. But yes, that wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. Moving over here is the best match of the night of Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles one-on-one. And this was actually the same match that I saw 2 weeks before WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw in the main event. So I've seen this match already. I've seen it already, but I mean, it was still good. I can't deny it. It was still a really good match. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. This was also a Money in the Bank qualifiers match. So whoever wins gets put in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I was gunning for AJ. Obviously, you guys already know I'm always gunning for AJ. But also in the back of my mind, I was also gunning for Seth. Because I'm like, Seth Rollins is my favorite Money in the Bank holder of all time. Not just cash-in, Money in the Bank holder. He's my favorite winner of all time. Best Mr. Money in the Bank of all time, in my opinion. So I'm glad that Seth won. I'm gunning for him to win the entire thing. I want him to be 2-time Mr. Money in the Bank holder, and I want him to win the ladder match. You know, he beat Styles. I don't know the rest of the participants yet, but I want Seth to win as it goes right now. I want Seth to win. I think that would be so freaking cool. But yeah, it was a solid match. He beat AJ Styles. But yeah, not too bad. Moving over here. Oh, this was so stupid. MVP versus Seth Alexander one-on-one. Basically, MVP won. That's it. 1, 2, 3. MVP was able to pick up the victory. Boom. That was about it. He did the cool leg finisher where he puts his leg over the back of his neck and then spins forward. Comment down below if you guys know the name of that move. It's a really cool move. I'm really into that. Shout out to MVP for that move. But as far as this match goes, whack. Boring, lame. Moving over here. Oh, this was so stupid. Mustafa Ali versus Chad Gable. Literally, all I have to say, it was a match. It was a match. One-on-one. Mustafa Ali, Chad Gable. it was a match, you know. Chad Gable was able to pick up the victory with a fisherman suplex, and then he turned him basically into a backslide type like pin, and he just pinned him. Otis was on ringside. He just pinned him. That was it. I was like, dude, what? So I thought that was super freaking lame. Moving over here, it was Ezekiel. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Ezekiel going up against Kevin Owens one-on-one. It ended in a count-out victory. Ezekiel was able to pick up the victory after Kevin Owens got counted out outside. But the big news comes after the match. Ezekiel announces that Elias is going to be returning to Monday Night Raw next week. So how are they going to do that? Is Elias going to shave his beard and come out without a beard, just dressed as Elias? Or are they going to put a fake beard on Ezekiel? Unless Ezekiel actually has a twin brother, Elias. I don't know. Or younger brother, sorry. I don't know. You don't know, dude. I'm very interested to see what WWE is going to do. I'm very interested in this. I'm not going to lie. Moving over here. Oh, this was so whack. Okay, so I think it was supposed to be Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch one-on-one, but before the match could even get going, Becky Lynch just started beating the living crap out of Dana Brooke, literally beating the living crap out of her center to the announce desk, the corner of the announce desk. I'm like, oh my god, Becky Lynch beating the crap out of freaking Dana Brooke. Good, because I hate Dana Brooke. Stay on the ground, Dana Brooke, you're trash. But anyways, Asuka runs out, saves Dana Brooke, and basically just gets rid of Becky Lynch since she could stop beating up on Dana. I don't know why they're involving Dana in this, in the 24/7 title, but it's very odd. But yeah, anyways, I think they're trying to focus on Asuka and Becky Lynch after here because that's who they were mainly focusing on. So that's cool. But yeah, do I want to see this match again? Not really, but it kind of makes sense because Becky Lynch did relinquish the Raw Women's Championship to Asuka when she got pregnant and junk like that. So yeah, it kind of makes sense, and I guess I'm sort of looking forward to the match. Oh, speaking of a match I'm not looking forward to, we saw Rey Mysterio versus Veer. Yeah, again. Woo! Oh, what a great match. This was a 5 out of 5 classic. Literally, it was amazing. No, I'm kidding. This was so lame. Veer gets the best of the Mysterios again here. How many times do we have to prove that Veer can beat the Mysterios? Stop. WWE, stop. Please, stop putting the Mysterios in matches against Veer. Just end it. Anyways, Veer was able to basically take out Dominic on ringside, and then he got in the ring and beat Rey Mysterio. I was like, dude, freaking lame as crap. I can't stand Veer. He's boring. And the Mysterios need something better than this. Very lame. Moving over here to end the show, we ended off with a pose-off, or a muscle flex pose-off between Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley. Of course, they did their basic, arm poses, muscle poses in the center of the ring. Hats off to both guys. Literally freaking beasts. But yeah, obviously the crowd was able to pick who won with cheers and boos, and they chose Bobby Lashley, obviously, because he's the face. And then right after the little pose off, Austin Theory grabbed the baby oil and basically squeezed it all in the face of Bobby Lashley, which I found very odd. But yeah, that's how they ended it off, and I thought it was really stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was really bad. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. Very boring show. I couldn't wait for it to end. But yeah, guys, in the end, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. It was lame. I wasn't into it. Let me know your ratings down in the comments down below for Raw. And now we're gonna jump into Smackdown, baby. Continuing the week in review here with SmackDown. We got SmackDown. SmackDown wasn't a bad show. Definitely beats Raw this week. Definitely beats Raw this week. We're going to jump into the show. Starting over here, we open up the show with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, of course, earlier on Friday, he did announce that he is stepping down from power as CEO of WWE. He's stepping down, and replacing him is his daughter, Stephanie McMahon. So Stephanie McMahon's going to be taking over here for Vince, which I think it's such a good decision. Vince he's getting too old for this, man. And the business was not doing too well, in my opinion, when it comes to storylines and just their shows in general. So I think it's a good decision for Vince to be stepping down, handing the business off to Stephanie here. I'm interested to see what Steph's going to do. if things are going to change. I'm very interested to see what's going to go down. But yes, Vince is stepping down as CEO, and I find that pretty cool. I find it pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. After that, of course, we saw Riddle come out. Riddle, he did do a little promo, and he was talking about all the things that led up to him facing Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship. He was talking about his best friend, Randy. I love the way he says Randy. But yeah, he of course is going to face Roman Reigns here in the main event, which I will talk about later. But yeah, he cut a pretty decent promo, pretty emotional promo in the beginning of the show, which I found it pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I found it pretty good. Moving over here, we had Baron Corbin, or Happy Corbin. It was Happy Corbin go up against Madcap Moss one-on-one. This match was okay. It was decent. It was a decent match to open up the show. I found it pretty decent. Some decent action from Madcap. Madcap's a beast, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Madcap's a very good professional wrestler. He just needs some gear. Like I said in the past week interviews, he needs some gear. Give him some cool gear, and then he could really pop off, dude. But yeah, Madcap's really good. He's got some definitely potential. But yeah, he was able to pick up the victory over Happy Corbin. Pin him 1, 2, 3. And then Happy Corbin randomly goes up to Pat McAfee on commentary and just starts berating him and just like, dude, you're the reason for this. You're the reason for this. I'm like, what's going on here? This is so odd. So I guess they're getting Pat McAfee involved in these rivalries again, but this time just with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin berating him, and then of course the crowd behind Pat McAfee, they all laugh at Corbin at the same time, which I found kind of dumb. But yeah, whatever. Moving over here was Raquel Gonzalez going up against Shayna Baszler one-on-one. This match was literally absolutely nothing. Raquel Gonzalez was able to pick up the victory. It was pretty mid. I think it was a Money in the Bank qualifiers match. I could be wrong. But who cares? Who cares, dude? Moving over here, it was the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods going up against Jinder Mahal and Shanky. 2-on-2 tag team action here. Match was pretty boring. Shanky did a couple dance moves in the end. New Day was able to pick up the victory over Jinder and Shanky. And then Shanky kept on doing his dance moves. I was like, okay. Go Shanky, I guess. Moving over here, of course, last week we saw the double disqualification of Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Adam Pearce out here with Drew and Sheamus, basically saying, you guys are both going to be in the Money in the Bank men's match, which I find pretty cool. Both of them are going to be hopped in the match. That's 2 participants down, and a few more to add, of course, in the match. So I found that pretty cool, and then it sort of ended in a brawl because Adam Pearce said Sheamus' name first and then wasn't able to say Drew's name in time before he got super pissed. But yeah. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Was kind of expecting it, honestly. And then moving over here to the main event of the show, it was Riddle going up against Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal Championship, and I loved this match. I really did. Hats off to Riddle, hats off to Roman. It was a great, intense, just good match, dude. I loved the ending, the spear out of midair. Reigns did have to slow down his speed just a little bit to hit the spear, but I still found it very effective, very cool. I really liked that. Riddle had some really cool moves, some callbacks to Randy Orton. I do think Roman Reigns is going to be facing Randy Orton in the future, definitely. But in the end, we saw Roman Reigns, like I said, hit that spear and pinned Riddle to retain his Undisputed Universal Championship. And I was like, wow, Reigns, such a beast. The Tribal Chief, my Tribal Chief, he's a freaking beast. But before we know it, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, is back. And in the beginning of the show, I was like, dang, whatever happened to Brock Lesnar? After WrestleMania, we didn't really hear anything from him. And here he is. Of course, they were in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I believe that's Brock's hometown. And he pops out in his hometown, pulls up, goes for a handshake on Roman Reigns, pulls him right in for the F5. Boom, drops him down, then takes out the Usos. Brock's gunning for one of the titles, or both of the titles. But I don't think Brock's going to win. I think Reigns still has to face Orton, and then he's going to hold it all the way up to WrestleMania 39. At least one of the belts. He's going to be holding that Universal title till WrestleMania 39, I guarantee it. He may lose the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but he will hold that Universal title till WrestleMania 39, I guarantee it. And if he doesn't, I'd be super insanely shocked. But yeah, I loved that main event, guys. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown. In the end, this week, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. That was a really solid show. I really enjoyed the main event, but as far as everything else goes, pretty lame. Even Vince's promo in the beginning was stupid. He was like, yeah, the 4 words in the beginning, then now forever together. I was like, okay, you didn't even say anything about him stepping down for power. Why wouldn't you talk about that? But yes, I love the main event. That was SmackDown 3 out of 5. Really good. Enjoyed the weekend review. Again, I am going on vacation this week, so lack of uploads. Expect that. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you guys want to check out some of the other videos on the channel, there's 1,200 videos on the channel, so if you ever check them all out, and I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.